Hello and welcome to Flipgrid. I've used Flipgrid in a couple of lessons and the pupils found it very intuitive and they enjoyed using it. I see it as a great place where you can have that interaction where pupils can actually show you what they've done. You can write comments, but other pupils can comment. So I see it as if, for example, you set a problem, you're like, right, I want you all to explain what you've done, then actually they could learn from each other in this environment as well. It's very straightforward, very easy to use, and actually I've seen some benefits from using it. So what would you do? You would go to your educator login and click on Google login. By doing this, it links to your school account. It makes some aspects easier, but it's not essential. So I would do it this way, and I would always sign in through my school account. Again, not essential, but by doing this, it's easier when it comes to the kids. Now, I already have loads of these because I've been experimenting, but I want to show you how it works. Add a new grid. If you imagine a new grid as being your overarching grid, and you can have lots of other little workbooks inside that. So for example, I've got a grade 10 video, a grade 9 programming unit. So that is going to be my overarching grid. I'm going to link it to the school email, which means that when I send it out, only people who have the ISADL end can actually use it. You don't have to. You can make it public so you can share it with more people outside of the school, and we can't do that, so don't worry about it. And this will be your general Flipgrid code. So it's going to go on to next. And this is saying that, right, okay, it's linked to the school account, so I can go next. And I'm going to go to my grid. So this is my programming grid. This is just a random picture. Let me show you where all of that comes from. So within here, we can have a look at it using this, and we can look at editing it. So first of all, that's the name, the type. So all of that is pretty straightforward. You can personalize it by adding your own picture. And so that would look at how the grid itself looks. Now, I want to do topics, because this is my overarching grid, but now I'm going to do each of my little topics. So for my first topic, I want the pupils to look at the use of strings and integers. So I'm going to add them a question. So what is the difference between these? And you give an example of when you would use them. Okay, so those are going to be my of when you would use. So there are my example questions. So once in your topic you have done your title and prompt. This won't look like this for you, and I can't make it go back to what it should look like. But basically it'll be like a waving hand. And if you just go delete, then you'll get these options. So now you get a whole list of options of what you can do. So I'm going to do record a video. So this is for my pupils to see, and I'm going to say, I'm not going to listen to myself again. You have to do a selfie. Complete. Down here, status, how the video will look, blah, blah. And if you're happy, we can update this topic. Now, if I go back to my grids, you'll see here, this is the grid I made, remember, at the beginning. Inside this grid, I now have my first topic. You can continue to edit your topics. You can record a response, blah, blah, blah. So you have the ability to do any of this within your topic. You can phrase them, hide them so people can make them active. And when you share, this will be the sharing grid that you will use. So let's see if we can have a look at what it would look like as a pupil. So as a pupil, they will get this. You can play my video. I'm really excited to join you in your journey of coding. To be able to... I'm not going to make you listen to that again. And then they get this big plus button here. So then they can do their recording. It can only be 1 minute 30. They've got stuff they can play with here. And so if I was to do my recording... Next. Strings are always... Next, you have to do a selfie. Next. You can give yourself a title, blah, blah, blah. You submit your video. Complete. Now you can see on here, if someone was to open that, strings are always in quotation. They can add a reply, so comment on that. But me as a teacher, if I go back to my teacher grid, so down here would be my first pupil. I can click on that, and down the side here, strings are I'm not going to make you listen to that again, but I can add comments, so it's feedback for that pupil. So you can use it as a form of feedback as well. So that is Flipgrid. I hope it made sense to you. Essentially, once you get using it, it's a lot easier than I probably made it sound here. But you have your grids, which is the overarching area. Inside each of your grids, you can have topics. A topic can be just text, or you can add videos. Then when your pupils add something to that topic, so here is an example, you will get all of the pupils' responses here, and they can see each other's responses. So I hope that makes some sense. Please talk to me if you've got any problems. I think it's a really useful learning tool.